I look good, right? Don't blame me. It's Shane. Thanks. I'm sure you like it. Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Esther and this is Esther Spills. So today I have a new video and we'll be talking about a new program. Okay, today I want to introduce to you the Peace and Conflict Studies program. This program is held at the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Now, I am speaking with so much passion because this course or this program is really dear to me. And it's because of my love for this program and my love for you, my viewers, that I'm making this video. Okay, now listen, I'm going to give you a little bit information about this program. Okay, so the Peace and Conflict Studies program is a research program at the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. So it was launched in 2004 as the university's first degree program conducted primarily in English. Now, the aim of the Peace and Conflict Studies program is to help fulfill the need for professionals with expertise on topics related to peace and conflict, violence, development, and other aspects of international relations. Okay, so this program welcomes individuals who have strong interest in learning how to critically examine and formulate policies in responses to issues of peace and conflict. This PCS, I'm calling it PCS for short, Peace and Conflict Studies, okay? So there is now a PCS course to foster professionals for post-conflict peace building within the Peace and Conflict course as a whole, okay? And this particular aspect of the course has been designated as international priority graduate program. It's called the PGP, okay, under the Japanese government's MEXT scholarship. We all remember what MEXT is, right? So international students from conflict affected countries all over the world are invited to apply for this particular type of scholarship. It is called, once more, the International Priority Graduate Program. Okay, it's been a kind of preferential allocation to candidates from conflict-affected countries to apply for this program. Okay, and MEXT awards scholarship to candidates from different countries who fall under this category to apply for this program. Okay, and it started from 2020. So and this is 2022. So it means they have just another 2 years. 2 years for this program, okay, after which they might extend it or end it, I don't know. All right, so that is for the Peace and Conflict Studies program. Now, before we go further, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel if you find this content interesting. Of course you do. All right, so let me start again. The application period for this program starts from January, I think it's January 7th until May 7th, 2022. Okay, I might be confusing the date, but I'm going to confirm and put it up there or down there or somewhere. Okay, just watch out for it. So next, we're going to be talking about eligibility for application. What do you need to do? What kind of people are invited to apply for this program? Okay, the first requirement for you is to be a graduate or be someone expecting to graduate by September 30th, 2022. Okay, so second requirement would also be just like what I just mentioned. You must be a holder of a bachelor's degree. Okay. And then I think the third requirement would be for you to have completed 16 years of education at a university where English is the primary language of instruction. And then the fourth requirement for you to be eligible to apply for this program is you should have completed a course recognized by the university or by MEXT to be equivalent to an undergraduate degree in Japan. Then a fifth requirement would be for you to be certified eligible to apply by the Minister of MEXT. MEXT has a minister, so if the minister deems you worthy to apply, then you can apply. But of course, terms and conditions apply. Yes, you heard me. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you find this interesting. Okay, we're just starting. Now, the sixth requirement is a very important one. You have to be someone who has been screened by the School of Graduate Studies of the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. I mean, the School of Graduate Studies in charge of peace and conflict studies. Okay, so now you have to like send your, I guess you should have sent your documents to them, written them an email or something, asking them to screen you, and if they find you worthy of coming to this program, then you can apply. So yeah, from now until March 31st 2022 to be screened by the School of Graduate Studies. However, if you are going for the special program I talked about, the International Priority Graduate Program, you have until January the 7th 2022 to get screened by the School of Graduate Studies. I am so sorry, I don't know how it's going to be done, but yes, you don't need to have everything ready, but just you can quickly send an email to the School of Graduate Studies for them to screen and check if you're eligible to apply. I'll put the email to the contacting the School of Graduate Studies in the description box or somewhere. I'll find somewhere to put it. So send them an email and ask them to please screen you if possible, check if you're worthy to apply for this program. Okay, that is if you're coming for the International Priority Graduate Program. Okay, remember there are conditions to apply for that. You must be coming from a conflict afflicted country. So yeah, but if you're applying as just a normal peace and conflict studies student, okay, then you have until March 31st 2022 to get your application ready and to actually be screened by the School of Graduate Studies. Now there are some important points you must bear in mind if you're applying for the peace and conflict studies. First of all, you have to have a degree or a bachelor's degree from a relevant academic field. Remember, it's peace and conflict studies. So if you already have a degree in medicine and surgery, or in pharmacy, or in dentistry, no relation, I'm just joking. Okay, so it's best for you to have something related to the field. We have some examples. Let's say you're a graduate of sociology and anthropology, or maybe you studied political science. I know most of the students, they are mostly graduates of political science or international relations. That's also fine. And just something related to peace and conflict studies. Okay, now if you don't really have this particular departments I mentioned, let's say you're a graduate of another, let's say maybe linguistics, or some maybe mass communication, but you have experience in human relations, or maybe you have some kind of professional experience in conflict resolution, human rights activism, something like that, just something related to peace, conflict, something. Yeah, if you have some good measure of experience, then you can also apply. Okay, another important point for applicants is that if you're applying for this program, you must demonstrate genuine potential for future academic and professional success. So I think what they mean is you have to be motivated to work independently. You have to have the capacity to design and carry out research on international relations, on peace issues, on conflict resolution issues, and everything that has to do with this program. Okay, so then they can say, okay, you are really serious about the program. Okay, then another point you must bear in mind, you should be ready to submit academic publications. Let's say you've written books or articles on conflict resolution or human rights stuff or peace building and stuff like that. So if you've written something like that, then you should be ready to submit like a publication, or like an excerpt or extract or something from what you have written to show how good you are at research and if you really understand the tenets of research, so to speak. Okay, then another point you must bear in mind is I mentioned earlier this program is taught in English. Okay, that means you must be proficient in English language. Okay, so I think for IELTS, if you're not from an English speaking country, then you need to have like an IELTS, and the minimum band score I think is 7.0. That's the minimum band score for IELTS. So either you've written IELTS or maybe TOEFL, PBT, IBT, I don't know, just lots of English. Yeah, but you should have real high English proficiency because this program is going to be taught completely in English. However, if you're a native English speaker or you come from a country where English is the primary means of communication, or from a school where English is the means of instruction, then there would be no need for you to write the IELTS or TOEFL. Bear in mind, for this program, you have to pay an application fee. An application fee is 10,000 yen, and you can pay by Flywire. I will leave the link somewhere either above or below, or maybe in the description box. Okay, bear in mind the application fee is non-refundable, Same applies to the documents you end up sending. If you eventually get to apply, your documents are not going to be returned to you. Now let's go into benefits of this scholarship. Okay, first of all, grantees will be paid 147,000 yen monthly as a stipend, and then you'll be exempted from admission fees. You'd be exempted from tuition fees. Okay, and also your travel expense to and from Japan will be covered entirely by MEXT. Okay, and duration of the program is from October 2022 until September 2024. Okay, so it's exactly 2 years, the program. Okay, now what's the screening method for this scholarship? In principle, the screening method is done first of all by tufs, so that's why I said you have to contact the School of Graduate Admissions. Then they are going to screen your documents and check if you're eligible. If they think you are able to do this program, or you deserve to be afforded this or to be admitted to this program, then they will recommend you to MEXT. They will push your applications to MEXT. Now MEXT will now do their own, MEXT will now, check some things about you and stuff, and when MEXT thinks, okay, this person is okay, so MEXT will now relay the result back to the university, say, okay, we want so and so person to come to your school for this program. Okay, so and once MEXT tells this university, of course the university will inform you that, oh, you were successful and you've been granted admission into this program, like that, and then your life goes. So people, please do not forget, I know I've been saying a lot of things, but do not forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, now this is the most important part of this video. This is where I get to tell you your application checklist. First thing you need to do is to download. So you have to download and fill in the application form accurately. I said you have to download and fill in the application form accurately. I think it's about 4 pages, so it's really lengthy. So you need to take your time to study the form and fill it in accurately. Okay, now you have filled that. The next step is for you to print out and fill in the personal statement form. Number 2, again, you have to print out and fill in the personal statement form. Okay, so after filling that accurately too, the third thing you need to do is to download and print out the research proposal form. So there's also a form in the link. I'll leave the link to this scholarship announcement and where you can print out these documents from in the description box. Okay, so just relax. So the next step is for you to download and fill the research proposal form. The fourth document you need to attach in your application package would be a copy of an academic or professional publication. Now this part is not optional, but it's really appreciated. Okay, so if you've written something I mentioned earlier, if you've written an article or you've written books on peace building or something related to that, please send a copy of that too with your application. It's not compulsory, it's really optional, but yeah, like I mentioned. So the fifth would be a letter of recommendation. Good thing in the link, you'll find a template for writing your letter of recommendation. So you can use that template, or you can ask your referee to write you a cover letter recommending you for this program. The sixth document that will be there will be, before we go, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always tell people, when you subscribe, it makes you happy. It's free and it makes me happier. All right, so the sixth one will be your academic transcripts. Okay, so you need a copy of your academic transcripts. Then the seventh document would be a copy of your degree results or your diploma. Okay, so please send an original. If you can't send an original, please send a true copy of the original, a colored photocopy of the original results, and have maybe someone in your school to stamp or attest that this is a true copy of the original, something. Okay, the eighth document to send is your online verification report of the HEQC. If you're from China and you're applying for this program, Then you need to get an online verification report of your HEQC. Okay, so the 9th document in your application package will be your English proficiency results. So if you've written IELTS, or if you've written TOEFL or IBT or any of those things, okay, so we need a copy of the results. So, and if you're sending your results, you can ask for your results to be sent from the examining institution straight to tufs. When I say tufs, I mean Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Sorry, forgive me. Okay, so ask for your results to be sent to tufs, or if you already have the original official test report, you can send it to the university. Okay, I think the 10th document now is 2 passport photographs, and it should be like a portrait style photograph, official, nice passport photograph of yourself, of course, not me. I think the 11th document will be a proof of your citizenship. So you can send, I think, like a photocopy of your international passport. Do not send your international passport as a whole, like the real copy. Please send a photocopy of perhaps the data page of your international passport. Please do not forget to like or subscribe. Do not forget. Okay, so the next document would be for you to send your application fee. I think we mentioned the application fee earlier is 10,000 yen, and you have to send it by fly wire or some other means. I'll put in the description box. So when you pay your application fee, I think there should be something like a receipt that you can show to give proof that you have paid that. So that should be like your 12th document to attach with your application package. Do not forget these things. I'm mentioning them. There are so many, but please note them down so you don't forget. Now, the 13th document would be your application form for MEXT scholarship. We mentioned an application form earlier. That's different. That is for this program, for the International Priority Graduate Program at this university, right? Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. That's the application form for peace and conflict studies, right? Now, your 13th document will be the application form for MEXT scholarship, and that can be downloaded from the tufs website. I will leave all that in the description box below. So download the form and fill it accurately. Fill it accurately. The 14th document would be your MEXT field of study / research plan. So now the 15th document will be an abstract of your thesis. Now this is really important for the PGP candidates, I mean for the International Priority Graduate Program. So if you're applying for that specific program, and that's the one that has the scholarship, right? So if you're applying for that one, then you must send an abstract of your thesis. It should be in A4, and it should be maximum of 2 pages. Okay, so A4, 2 pages max for that. The 16th document, okay, that you get to send would be your application checklist. Okay, so that's why I like Japan. Everything is always done in order. They always do things neatly and well arranged and in order. So this application checklist is like a form that has the list of all these documents I just mentioned, like number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay, so the way it is done here, for each one you put, you check. For each one you put, you check. So let's assume you download your application form, you fill it in, done, you check. So you have to, at the end of, once you are done checking all of them, then you also send this same checklist to show that everything I sent is complete. Like all the requirements you've asked of me, I have sent them to you. So you're done with your whole document, everything is ready. Please also send your document checklist to MEXT. Okay, so now we've mentioned about 16 different documents or stuff you need to send for this peace and conflict program. Do not be deterred by the number of documents you need to send. What matters is that you're applying for this program. This program is a hot cake. It's really important. We know how the world is going. It's a lot of crisis everywhere. Lots of countries are really battling with managing terrorist attacks and all those stuff. So it's really important that we train people, peace builders, diplomats, people who are going to spearhead peace. If you're interested in bringing about that change or in solving the issues of conflict in your country, you should seriously consider applying for this program. However, like I always say, terms and conditions apply. If you know you meet these requirements, if you know you're eligible to apply, then give it a shot. Come on, I support you.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for listening all through my many ramblings. Okay, I know I talked a lot, but really, you can watch this video one more time and probably get a pen and paper and take note of all these documents I mentioned. I have graciously left the link to the application in the description box, so feel free to check it in, check the list, and click on it and print out those documents and fill it in. Do not forget, when you're filling your forms, please be very accurate and say the truth. Do not lie, because we will find out and you'll be in soup. Just kidding, but that's true actually. Okay, so please.
So that's all for the Peace and Conflict Studies program sponsored by the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, my wonderful university. I mean, I'm not trying to do an advert for them, but I really want for everyone as much as possible to apply. It's a wonderful program. They have top-notch researchers, scholars, professors. Give it a try and apply as soon as possible. Well, you may have questions. If there are things you do not understand, you have doubts, please write them in the comment section below. My email address is also there in the description box, so feel free to write me anytime. Follow me on my Instagram page at Esther Spills and ask whatever questions you have. Just feel free to write me anytime. Again, as I always tell people, if you have comments or if you have criticisms, if you have feedbacks to improve this program, please do not hesitate to write me in the description box below, okay? So until I see you, until I come your way next time, it's your girl Esther saying bye. Be nice always. See you. Ciao, ciao.